This is Rich Kale here on YouTube, Rich Gen X elsewhere, and it's time for us to continue with Sherlock Holmes Chapter One. Now, I want to apologize for the last installment. Something happened with the recording. I was trying to use, first time trying to use OBS to record this, and then something happened. So, doing it again. I am doing it with a backup this time. However, what we did in the last part was basically we have located where this girl is that we need to find, this pregnant girl. We solved the one Mycroft case, but I have a suspicion that we're also going to run into Holmes's well-known arch nemesis, Moriarty. However, I cannot confirm that as I could not get back into the place. So we're hoping for the best here. Here we go. So here we are. We're going to resume the Muse from abroad. We may even start working on some of the other Mycroft cases that are available in the game. So let me check my map. Alright. Oh, good. I'm not too far from where I need to go, which is over here. I just have to remember which way I'm facing. I'm facing south, so obviously I need to turn around and go north. Okay. Pardon, sir. I stopped. You walked through, so don't look at me like that. Now, my map and my senses are right. Yep, I'm right in the right area. So, oh, I got pinned. Hello? Where's my pin? Okay. Let's go to case book. News from abroad. Okay. Tribal scars on her face. Under Victoria Bridge. Okay. Because this girl is is a link in all this. That couldn't be her right there, could it? Uh-oh.
Beasts!
Beasts?
Excuse me, just one question.
I'm so sorry. I can't help you, sir.
What the hell's going on?
Murderers!
Murderers? Oh no. Uh-oh, something happened.
They're completely livid.
First they come to our land, then they murder our people.
Drop them all into the sea!
Beasts!
Are you able to help them?
A solid question, sir, but I don't know the answer, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, this place is off limits to the public. Please state your business or something, or I shall request the police escort you.
Well then, I better would say, I'm gonna say I'm a private investigator.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for a witness from a case.
A private investigator? Really? Even so, you're not authorised. I can't let you.
And you are?
I'm Ronald Parker. Here to handle the refugee situation in our city hall. I'm the acting supervisor. So I have full authority here to ask you to leave. Or I shall order these things to take names for trying to pass it. Please, step.
Well, let's observe. Slight mustache. That's an interesting little observation. He's a year older. Yeah. Pale bags under eyes. Well, I'll tell you one thing, I've been used to that myself, so let's see. Yep. Been there myself. Yeah. Yeah, he wants the look. That's definitely obvious. Let's see. Hello, what's this? Yeah, definitely. And let's go see. There's one more thing we need to observe here. There. Sedentary? Oh, I don't know about that one. Oh. No. That is it. Thought this one was going to need to be changed. Dazed informer. Is a depressed young clerk. Is a pale young clerk who tries his best to oversee a refugee camp assigned to him by the city hall. He's not very happy with such a responsibility, but he always does things by the book and executes all tasks he is given. However, he lacks the experience to deal with problems outside his writing desk. Attempted to look older than his years by growing a scant mustache, pale skin and bags. Okay, poorly lit office, which he rarely leaves, judging by his clean and barely worn shoes. Crazy. Okay, I'll tell you what, I like that.
What about the murder that this crowd keeps shouting about?
It's mere assumption. I assure you that the situation is under the police's control.
I know you want to deal with this in the right way. You are obviously a professional and a responsible person, but you clearly have never handled a situation like this before.
I am handling it, Mr. Holmes. Don't question my capability here.
And tell me how you do it. You can't even calm this gathered crowd, and as for the police, they're not quite managing it either, are they? You consider yourself a problem solver, but until today, you've been solving problems sitting at your desk in a dark corner of a city hall room. Here, you need a more practical approach.
What are you driving at, Mr. Holmes?
Okay. Well,
I can help you to handle the situation if you're truly interested in solving things quickly and quietly.
And how exactly would you manage that?
Simply tell the police that I'm with City Hall and I'm permitted to investigate the scene. I'll work out the rest, but in return, I need your help finding my witness. She's a young refugee. She's with child or was with child recently.
Look, there is indeed a dead body inside the camp. So even if the girl you are looking for is there, all the refugees are now being detained and interrogated by the police. They won't allow you to speak with her, and I can't do anything about that until the situation settles down.
So it's in our mutual interest to settle it.
Oh. I suppose that things are bad enough that I ought not shy away from help. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell the police to allow you to come inside. Just tell me when you're ready.
yeah, I could ask.
Mr. Harlow, how did the refugees end up here exactly?
Oh, so you're not from around here yourself?
I've been away for some time, but I read the papers.
Yes, this whole story has been in the papers for almost a year now. They were smuggled to Cordona on a ship from Africa.
Smuggled?
Oh my God.
Then why didn't you deport them?
The smugglers managed to sneak them to shore and hide them inside an abandoned warehouse. When the police raided the warehouse and found the refugees there, the ship was already gone. We aren't even certain as to which ship it was. We have busy shipping routes with other colonies these days, you see.
So you decided to lock them up under a bridge?
There was no other option. We're still trying to work out what to do with them. I only hope we'll find a humane solution and not put them on a raft and float them out to sea.
Okay.
Mr. Harlow, what exactly do you do here? What are your responsibilities?
What I do and what I am responsible for are two different realities, Mr. Hound. On paper, I am in charge of the camp territory, security, provision, and the refugees in general. What I actually do most of the time is knock on every City Hall door trying to obtain some funding, or at least rations for the camp.
The police here on City Hall's behalf too?
They are, minus those who came here after the body was found. The governor won't let the refugees disperse into the islands, so there's a significant police presence guarding the camp. Naturally, they answer directly to the police. I have some influence here, but I'm not their direct authority.
Okay. Well, that's good to know that.
I'm ready to take a look at the scene.
All right. Go inside the camp and find Inspector Tewkesbury. He's the officer investigating the scene. Tell him I sent you. Say you're an independent expert from City Hall. He'll fill in the details for you.
I'll
Okay.
find my way with words. Thank you, Mr. Harlow.
So they keep these refugees under a bridge like proverbial trolls. No
Yeah.
wonder the people outside are so disturbed.
Yeah. It's horrible, to be honest. Okay. Let's, Alright, now pin that. Well, we got that. He's a rough one. Alright. Man. I mean, this is rough. And this is Harlow. Yes.
Who the hell are you? How did you get in here?
Mr. Ronald Harlow, let me in, sir. I'm Sherlock Holmes, a surveyor of refugee affairs with City Hall. You're Inspector Tewkesbury, I presume?
A surveyor? What does that even mean?
In short, I've been sent to conduct an extensive report on the incident for the Colonial Office and to assess all the damage inflicted on state property.
Got it. Another paperworm sent to count money and get food for archive mold. Go on, look around, but don't make yourself too at home. As if I didn't have enough problems before you appeared.
Could you first tell me what happened here?
What happened? People from the bridge above the camp heard a woman screaming and saw a mass of refugees attacking a man. Clearly not a refugee. When the camp guards came by, the man was floating in the sewage canal with a knife in his chest. Bam. A murder. Big news for Cordona.
I'm sure. Thank you, Inspector. And none of the refugees were harmed?
One fellow was cut. He's lying over there near their kitchen. He's in a bad way.
You mentioned a woman screaming who attracted the bypassers on the bridge. Was she harmed?
No, she's all right, but perhaps the whole debacle started because of her. She started wailing and the refugees stood up for the girl.
And where is this young woman now?
Back there in the shacks, same as the rest of the refugees. She's been questioned by my men, but she's just some refugee girl. Can't understand much English.
Did you learn anything about the dead man?
The fellow looks like a thug. I've had dozens like him fished out of the sea over the past 20 years. Ever since these refugees arrived, there have been people on Cordona with bad blood in them. My best bet is that this thug had something against them too.
And no clue as to his identity?
He had some items on his body, but nothing to indicate who he was or where he was from.
I think I should catalogue his possessions in my records.
Go on. They're on the table near the body.
Okay. And who are the suspects?
Do you have any suspects yet?
You're joking, right? I've got a whole camp full of suspects. And if you ask me, this bloke had it coming. Better bury him and forget about the whole thing. And now there's a crowd gathered at the camp, and my superiors say we must thoroughly interrogate the refugees. At least those who can understand any English.
Do you believe that your superiors wish to get rid of the refugees?
I think that both our superiors would rather keep the story quiet. Since that's an unaffordable luxury now, they're looking how to protect their public image. That's why I have to waste my time waiting for my people to turn every stone and befriend every refugee.
Interesting. All right. Oh. Okay. Alrighty.
Here we go again. Number of hours on Cordona before stumbling upon another dead body? 0.
Clearly a left handprint here.
Ah. Okay.
A furrow in the ground. A blood trail leading to or from the canal.
Yeah. So, what's this?
A fresh crack, as if the crate was hit recently. Someone bled profusely here.
Ah, yes. Now I see it.
Police boots. Always happy to trample evidence.
Damaged sole.
A heavy boot with a worn-out sole.
Interesting.
A man's footprint.
Alrighty. Interesting. This has been very interesting. Okay.
Malpal, soaked with salt water. £1,000. A fair sum, especially considering British currency isn't very common in Cordona.
Indeed.
A simple leather sheath. Perfect for a dirk.
Mm-hmm. Friendly dog lover. Well, there's the body. Yeah, he definitely looked like a thug.
Heavy boots, with one sole far more worn than the other. This man was limping, John. Coal dust under the nails. I don't see much coal around here.
Interesting.
I'd say the blade penetrated upward, however the wound is too messy to be certain.
Interesting. What we got here? Nothing. Hmm.
A steel dirk, sharp. A common accessory among sailors and soldiers.
Well, we removed the blade from the body.
An interesting tattoo. Does it mean something? A violent death. This man, limping. Coal dust. I think we're onto something here, John.
Alright. Now there's some other things we need to check.
Oh, carnelian agate beads, a traditional African adornment. The blood sprayed off the blade after the strike.
Interesting.
It might have been used as an improvised weapon. It might have been used as an improvised weapon.
Yes, I got that, Sherlock. Oh.
No hint of blood or impact. Someone was dragged against their will. The cut is deep, potentially serious if not treated immediately.
Yeah.
He is in shock, feverish and dehydrated.
Sherry, you know first aid. Surely you have a duty to help this man. You can't leave him to certain death.
You know what? I'd like to understand.
What?
How did our dead man end up inside the camp in the first place?
Question, an interesting one. I have something new here. Coal footprints. Oh, that Dead man from the refugee camp was the same person who had broken into Vogel's gallery. Oh, damn. Finding interesting stuff out. Okay. Something used as a bandage. Okay. Alright. We're gonna need to do something here. The wounded refugee. Okay, let's pin that. Cloth.
Just washed. Better than nothing to bandage the wound.
Alright. So. Ah.
I'll use it to create a solution.
Okay, I want to fix this guy up. Ah!
I can use this to stop the infection from spreading. I've plated all the ingredients, now to prepare the first aid solution.
Okay. Okay, so we got that. Alright. Let's do a chemical analysis. What do we need? We need +2 here, 1 here, and -4 here. Oh boy. So how to do this? This is gonna be tricky. Alright. Let's see what we have here. Alright. See, my problem is trying to single out what we need. Oh! Hey, I think I see it now. Let's see. No. That's what I wanted. Well, wait a minute. Wait. Yes, I think that'll work. Come to think of it. Yep. Okay. And then we do it to this one. 2. And we put that. Yeah. That was tricky. Very, very tricky. So we now have made that. So this, what the hell's going on here, huh? It's odd that that globe is that.
Thank you. To make you feel better, my friend. Now lay down and drink as much water as you can.
Well done, Sherry. At least he won't die from infection.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's get this pin back on here. Okay. Oh, boat unlikely.
It's unlikely anyone can get in or out of the camp by water without alerting the police guards.
Okay, so we've eliminated that. Well, there's another thing.
If they find out about the passage, everything will go to hell.
Oh. Oh.
If they find out about the passage, everything will go to hell. If they find out about the passage, everything will go to hell. If they find out about the passage, everything will go to hell.
Sherry, just look at this. Living quarters in a sewer. What kind of a genius bureaucrat
If they
came up
find
with
out
this
about the
idea?
passage, everything will go to hell.
Oh. I wasn't expecting this. Interesting. You can't lock down. Alright. Public eye, no. Hysteria. Discard. Low salary, no. Keep. Old sleuth. Police officers are worried that the situation with the dead body will put the camp into strict lockdown, and they will lose money flow they were earning for their scheme. Oh.
Nobody will know anything if you keep your bloody mouth shut.
The coppers smell fishy here, Sherry. Perhaps we should sniff around in the camp a little more thoroughly.
Strong gate unopened for a long time.
Sealed shut. I doubt our man could get through these grates.
Alright. There's a ladder behind him. Alright. Eight feet short.
No, it's too short for these walls or cliffs.
Interesting. Malpao.
A single Malpal butt. Roadman cigarettes. A brand highly regarded by law enforcement officers. So there wasn't any sophisticated infiltration plan. The good old police just let the man into the camp. Now we have everything we need to get the full picture of what happened at the camp.
All right. Okay, so we start here. All right. Let's see. That looks about right. No. No. That don't look right either. No, 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 no. No, this is... Yes. That makes sense. Let's start farther away. Let's continue farther away here. Like right about here. No. That makes sense. Let's do this one. Yeah, it looks right. Yeah, that looks right. No, that don't look right. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Then something happens here and he falls into the water.
So, we have a thug who came to take a refugee woman with him. She resisted, but he dragged her by force.
Yes.
One of the refugees stood in his way, armed with a stick, yet he could do nothing against a cutthroat with a blade.
Yep.
The man didn't anticipate that the other refugees would intervene and stand against him. In the confusion, the woman managed to break free.
Yeah.
The thug took fright and fled. He was stopped by the falling crates. He stumbled and fell, piercing his chest with his own blade.
Ah.
However, the wound didn't cause instant death. He managed to stand, but still bleeding, he lost his balance on the bridge and fell. Before all of this, the man had freely entered the camp through the main entrance. The police admitted him after they had a short smoke together.
Oh.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. In our man's case, it's the same sword.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's take a look at our clues. Because we now have new things here. No, Thug didn't hurt the girl. No. Interesting. The Thug wanted to kidnap the girl. A henchman, not merely a thief. A henchman who takes on various roles. Alright, now I've already... Yeah.
You still here?
Yes, let's provide our evidence. Failed kidnapping.
Inspector, I believe I can aid your investigation. I know who the dead man is and what really happened.
You do? Well, good for you. But I'm afraid I'm not the one you need to share your findings with.
Oh?
Speak to Mr. Harlow here. He's the one responsible for settling things in the camp.
You don't even care to listen?
Oh, I do care. Maybe even more than I need to. But I'm only here today to lock the place up, question witnesses, and file the facts. It's sad, but coming up with conclusions is not among my tasks here. You fellows at City Hall do that. Anyway, speak to the supervisor. I'll just stand by and listen to what you have to say.
Okay.
Your problem, not mine.
Okay. Wait. Is there more I can provide?
I've already told you all I've learned.
The guards at the sewers were speaking about taking refugees out of the camp. Do you know anything about this, Inspector?
Yes.
Less than you do, obviously.
And this doesn't bother you as an officer of the law?
I can neither punish them nor put them on the right track, if that's what you're asking. Maybe your friends at City Hall could do something about it, but I seriously doubt that. To be honest, I'm sick and tired of being frowned on for my uniform. If those fine gentlemen you've eavesdropped on are in some shady business, that's on their heads.
Interesting. Okay.
Mr. Harlow, your refugees didn't murder anyone.
What? Pray tell me what you've learned.
All right, listen carefully. This might solve one problem for you, but will create a few more.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a great start.
The man came to the camp intending to kidnap one of your refugees, a woman. What he didn't expect was that the refugees would stand up to protect the woman. A brawl had broken out. In the chaos of it, the man stumbled over those crates and fell on his own blade.
How do you know he fell on his own blade?
The wound in his chest was inflicted from an unusual angle. It was Not an offensive stab, shall we say. The refugees didn't touch him. And
Wow.
judging by the blood at the scene, the intruder managed to raise himself but was unable to walk very far. He ultimately fell into the canal.
But how did he sneak into the camp? Why didn't the police see him?
Yeah.
And this is where your new problems emerge, Mr. Harlow.
What do you mean?
You're not a dull-witted man. You know what I mean. There is no feasible way to get into the camp without the police guards knowing of it.
The pile of mess I had to sort out has just become bigger, but somehow that doesn't surprise me.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I thank you for your help, Mr. Holmes. I'll take it from here. Meanwhile, I'll make sure the police aren't detaining the refugees any longer. You can go back in and look for your witness.
You
Yay.
think one small clock can make any difference in this place?
Who knows, John? Just one ill-fitting cog could make the whole machine crumble.
Well. All right. All right. So let's also get some case book. To repin that. Something tells me she was the one. Something tells me she was the one. This gentleman. Talk to him.
You're the one who tended to our man's wounds. I thank
Yeah.
you greatly. The police didn't allow us to help him.
The police will leave you alone now. I've proven to them that the man who came into the camp died due to his own foolishness.
Thank you for standing up for us. But nobody would help us without a reason. You're here because you want something.
Yes, I do. I need to speak with the girl drawn here.
The dead man came for
That's
us
what I
too.
thought.
He wanted to take the girl away, but we won't allow her to be hurt again. What do you want from Nayla?
Nayla. She was hurt some time ago. I'm here to find the people who did this and bring them to justice. And to find them, I need Nayla's help. Will you let me speak to her?
Justice. There's no justice on this land. But you helped us, so maybe your words are not empty. You can speak to Nayla, if she wants it. But
Okay.
I will be watching you.
Hello, Nayla? My name is Sherlock. I know someone hurt you. I am here to help. I'm trying to find the people involved and bring them to justice. Please. There is a photograph, and I'm sorry, it is terrible, but I simply must ask. Where did this happen? What can you tell me about these people? Christ, Sherlock. Nayla, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this.
You come here for me, but you are rude and cruel and condescending. A cross. The man had this cross. Now go away. Leave us be. I do not need another white man's help.
Well,
Glad that wasn't me.
Not my best work, John. By a long shot. Nayla doesn't want us meddling. I'm starting to wonder what this all achieves.
But she helped you anyway. Now we know that maniac's face and the cross he wore, we can still catch him.
yeah. Alright, let's go our mind palette. We got... That tattoo might help. high-ranking official. Oh. Hello, what's this? So, no wonder this guy's getting involved. I mean, that's bad. Alright, well, we got to talk to her. I think we can now safely leave the camp. Alright. Hopefully I've gotten everything and then we can move on.
You still here?
Yeah, so I'm going to provide some evidence here.
Don't bother someone else with this, son.
The intruder has a most peculiar tattoo on his neck, 2 lines and a point. Do you know anything about it?
You really want to know, kid? Why? You want to play a policeman or something?
I'm sure you have it in your records, so it won't hurt if I have it in mine.
In my records, it's just a tattoo, as it should be in yours. Ah, to hell with you. Suit yourself as to what you're going to do with it. Off the record, though, such tattoos are often connected to a man named Mr. Niccolo Bernadotti.
Bernadotti, you say?
A respectable businessman in Scaladio. His company imports goods and wines, and smuggles everything that can be smuggled between the colonies and the mainland. His people can be identified by an obscure tattoo, just like the one over there our friend has. But these are all merely rumors, you see. If Mr. Bernadotti was a criminal, he'd be in prison now. Or hanged, right?
Yay, I got all my evidence. And I got all my evidence. Good. Well, we must now head back to City Hall. And what do you know? That's down here. And that's a perfect place to stop the game.
Sherry, wait. You might want to settle all the matters in the camp before leaving. Probably won't be coming back here anytime soon.
Well, I got all my evidence. So we're fine.
It's a shame we didn't learn more about that scheme the guards were talking about. Corruption in Cordona flourishes once more.
We simply don't have time for this, John. We need to proceed with the case.
Oh, fuck. Can I load the checkpoint? We gotta move on with the case, but you know, I can't. Yeah, let me. Hopefully, I can load that up. Loading 90%. I really should find out about that. It would make sense. Yeah, I think it will do. Come on, game, load up. I'd rather attempt it. I hate to leave something like that unsolved.
It's a shame we didn't learn more about that scheme the guards were talking about. The corruption in Cordona.
What the hell? Come on, we can go farther back. I want to learn about that. I don't want to miss out on that. That's gonna bug me too. So that should get me back in. Okay, so let me see.
At least some of your highlights. Thank you again.
You're welcome. Okay, let's talk to this man here. Can I? No, I can't. Alright, let's ask her.
Excuse me, just one question.
They often take us from the camp to work. Most don't mind though. It's the only way to get a glimpse of freedom.
Interesting. Oh.
So there's a smuggling ring in the camp. This wasn't the first time that someone really entered the camp to take a refugee out.
At least it was certainly his last time. My gut tells me that we'll learn more about this ring when we find out where the thug came from.
You're right.
You're disturbing a hornet's nest here, son.
Alright.
I owe you a lot, Mr. Holmes.
Alright. So now that we got that, so we need to get the tattoo figured out. And we got everything here. So now we're gonna need to go to the archives. So good thing John fought me on that. Alright.
Murder! Beasts!
So we could prove that.
Is this... I just need to collect my thoughts, Sherry.
Of course. So with this, we can now move on. We need to find out about that tattoo, and the only place to do that is at City Hall. They use that bell in every game, I think. And luckily, it's a short jaunt over to City Hall, but we're not going to go in there to this episode. We will save that till next time. As always, this is Rich Kale here on YouTube, Rich Gen X elsewhere. I invite you to subscribe to the channel and check out all the other playthroughs that I've done. This time around, we're going to save it as a decent one here. And next time around, we're going to go into City Hall. We're going to find out what the deal is with that person. And hopefully everything works out. We'll be able to figure out whom this guy is working for and get that straightened out. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you please subscribe and give this video a like. And I want you to check out everything else that's up on the channel. I do these playthroughs, we'll work on them in a 2-week cycle. Every day they premiere at 3 p.m. Besides this, I'm working my way through Stasis, working my way through Sherlock Holmes, Mystery of the Mummy, part of the original Frogwares storyline, or timeline. Although it's the first game released, it's actually the 7th in the lineup, in the chronology. I'm working my way through Little Nightmares, Assassin's Creed, the spellcasting series. So currently on Spellcasting 101, Sorcerers Get All the Girls. Working my way through Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine, and Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, and a bunch of others that premiere at 3 p.m. in that 2-week cycle. Also at 10 a.m., usually Tuesday through Saturday, I have videos premiering. Sometimes they pop up on a Monday at 10 a.m. weekly. Tuesday is usually a fic reading. Wednesday is Final Fantasy VII, or one of the first 7 Final Fantasy games, if I'm not done with 7 by now. Thursday is usually a Dead by Daylight run. Sometimes I'll throw in Monstrum 2. Sometimes. Friday is a fighting game ladder mode, and Saturday is usually for a retrospective for a game I've beaten or a series I've beaten. If nothing pops up on Saturday, it means I'm all caught up. So until next time, I want you all to take care. I want you all to have fun, and see you then. Bye, all.